guys, here we are, Stoomboy, the combat companion. So obviously all our shows are brought to everybody by Hard Life Fightwear. So Hard Life Fightwear, the number one apparel, in my eyes, the number one fight apparel company out there in the UK. Offering us some fantastic, obviously, fight apparel, whether it be gi or no gi. So they've got the rash guards, shorts, gis and so on. They've got the country rash guards, so the nation's rash guards and short sets as well. So anybody looking to hit up and get some stuff, just use the code, obviously at the bottom of the screen, Stoom15, and you will get a little bit of a discount. So that's hardlifefightwear.co.uk. So going to be talking to obviously a guy I love to see out there. Do you know what I mean? Arran Oliphant, higher level. Arran's on an absolute tear at the moment. I'd say the last four, won his last four. We always talk about the first one, obviously lost his first one, but since then, the changes that he's made, I mean, everything's clicking into place for him now. And I'd say 4 wins in a row so far. So and we're going to look to make it 5 at UK Fighting Championship this Saturday. So, Arran, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure seeing you. It's always a pleasure not just speaking to you on this, but even when I'm there watching you as well. I mean, fucking, you're awesome to watch. Really, really awesome to watch.
For sure, mate. I appreciate you having me on, man. And you do a lot for the community and the up-and-coming fighters.
Yeah, appreciate it. Tell us about you then. So obviously, again, last time I seen you, BMF, obviously in Paisley.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Awesome victory. Do you know what I mean? How was that? How was BMF? Because it seemed like a really, really good show. And they're coming back in December.
That was a great experience, man, fighting up in Scotland in an actual good venue in like Paisley Lagoon Centre. It was an amazing experience all round. That's the last time I was out. It was like 5 months ago. It feels like ages, man. But I've been non-stop since. I was meant to go out in July on BMF again, but they couldn't get me a match. So I've been like, this has been like a fucking 4 or 5 month camp, really. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm just itching to get back in there. As I said, it feels like ages, but it's not even really that long, is it?
Well, I'd say that. I mean, looking over the last, since July last year, I mean, 4 fights since July last year. So,
yeah.
So obviously it has been a busy almost year for you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of people would love to get 4 fights in a year. Do you know what I mean? But I know you. I mean, you're desperate to get out there. I mean, if you're healthy, you're like, well, I'm fucking ready. I'm ready to do this. So,
mate, I'm just always training, man. Like, I don't do camps. I don't think amateurly really should be. So it's like I'm always training. So it's like I'm always just ready to go. Really, obviously you need to diet down a bit, and that it takes a few weeks. But I want to be active, man. My goal was 6 fights this year. Probably looking at getting 5, but 5's still class. So everything's going good, man, in terms of activity. Yeah. Happy with it. So.
You don't really get out of shape though when you're out of camp. Do you know what I mean? It's not like you know that like Paddy Pimblett, for example. Do you know what I mean? He puts on fucking 2 or 3 stone or whatever. I mean, you're not that guy. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to go out there and put on weight. Plus the amount you guys train. I mean, it's difficult to put a load of weight on.
That's the main thing because I'm always training. Like I'll be back in the gym on Monday after this fight, doing 3 sessions. And just when you're training that much, it's hard to put on a serious amount of weight because I'll eat good next week, but just the sessions we do up at high level, man, like the amount of calories you burn, it's hard to get fat.
Yeah. And the sessions, we always talk about the higher level sessions. I mean, especially like the Tuesdays, the Thursdays, and the Sundays. Do you know what I mean? The Sundays is usually always a day of rest for a lot of people, but not for higher level.
I think James knows that, and then that's why he does it, because it's a good good for the mentality, knowing that everybody's resting on Sunday and you're hard at it. 10 in the morning, put a post up the other day, and it was like the early mornings make the late nights, which I liked. But I choose to be honest, mate, every session's a tough session. Like, we're always doing live rounds. We'll never have like easy sessions, but especially the 3 ones you mentioned there, Ariel, like they make or break you, and nobody else in the UK is training like that, man. Like, I know that for a fact.
Yeah. Tell us about your mentality as well. I mean, I know we've spoken about this before, but obviously you had your first fight, lost that, but then since then, obviously things that you've changed, everything's now clicking into place. I mean, 4 wins in a row now. So, yeah. I mean, how's that feeling? I mean, what's changed in like mentality or training that's made that difference for you?
So much, mate. So much. Yeah. Obviously, the main man was moving up to higher level, and I would say that kind of set everything off in terms of like progressing myself individually, but just putting myself into that environment and looking up to guys that are like on the way up the pro ranks, like Sean and Mark and Dylan, and all the guys like Stevie and Paul, and like looking up to them and seeing how they operate and how they think, and it just steal me things. And obviously, just personally, I've just matured a lot. I think the main thing probably would just be cutting out distractions. Like, even in my first fight, like I was still like maybe hanging about the wrong crowd and like, still going out and drinking and doing stuff like that. Whereas, kind of when I moved up to high level, I just had the realization that if I want to like do anything in a sport, like, I need to be 100% all in, like no distractions. And I'd say that just kind of allowed me to then work on other stuff because it was like I'm not doing anything else. You know what I mean?
So definitely not going to be hanging out drinking and all that. Not with James watching over you. Do you know what I mean? James will not tolerate that for sure.
See, James wouldn't fucking like if you're doing that, he's not going to like tell you no way, but you just there's a standard that's set and it's not like put out there like, oh, you can't drink, but this you know yourself like what's expected of you. But if you're not going to make an effort and James won't make an effort of you, kind of thing, do you know what I mean? And for all it's not even just be James, it's just all the boys in the mat. Like, do you know what I mean? Like if you don't make an effort, then you're not really one of the boys, kind of.
Yeah. It's been a good month so far. Obviously, starting off with Cage Warriors. We've got obviously UK fighting championships this weekend. You guys are out next weekend as well. PFL, sorry, at the end of the month. Yeah. So everybody's training for something at the moment at a higher level. So, and you're all the good thing about higher level, I like, is even if you're not in a fight camp, you're there helping your brother or your sister or whoever it is to train for whatever they've got coming up. Do you know what I mean? So everybody's together.
Callum and Stephen and Dean are all next weekend on and PFL the week after, as you said. So it's 5 weeks in a row because Elliot was fighting on Budo, so everybody's been in all the time, mate. And as you said, it's always like that, really. Like there's no camps because it's like if you want to like reach the top, you need to be getting better every single week. Like there's no time to waste. Yeah. Obviously, like you'll tone it down so you don't burn out and you'll be able to eat better. But like we're always training, man. We're always training.
Definitely. Just a couple of comments coming in. Miles Painter, obviously the MMA Yoda in the house. So Miles obviously did I think he's did a couple of articles on you. So obviously he does the fighter profiles, which are always awesome to read. So he's just saying a profile's already been done for anybody that's wondering. So obviously head over to MMA UK and just look for Arran's profile. Miles does a great job and really putting it on paper so everybody can read, and it's very exciting when you read it because he's got big words and all that. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I don't know anything about these big words. We're from Scotland, Aaron. We don't know big words. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, did an amazing profile on you. So anybody that's not seen it, definitely head over there and have a look. So obviously, UK Fighting Championships then. So tell us about that. How did that come about for you? Because this is a new one for you. I mean, you're BMF, you're Cassius, and obviously now UK Fighting Championships. So a new one, a new platform for you to go on.
Yeah, so as I said, my last outing was in May and I wanted to get matched again on BMF in July, but they couldn't sort one for me. So then James started looking at other shows, and UKFC's been about for years and it's one of the best shows in the UK and it has been for years. And there's plenty of guys my weight, so yeah, I've known about this fight for about 9 or 10 weeks or something. I've known about this for a while, so I've been ready for a while as well. We're actually getting there.
Apologies.
It's a top show and it's a good opponent, so I'm looking forward to it. There's a lot of good fighters on the card as well, like for Ireland and England and Wales. A lot of the best gyms, so it'll be cool to actually watch the show as well and see some of the best fighters in the UK on it.
Your opponent very, very similar in regards to records and so on, because obviously 4-1. The opponent lost their first one as well, and obviously won their last 4. So very similar. A lot of similarities to you.
I'm just getting the same opponent as well. So his first loss was my first win. Funnily enough. Yeah.
So similarities, but again, you're going to go out and do your thing. Do you know what I mean? Come away with the W. Do you know what I mean? Which is exactly what you train for. I mean, you train. I mean, I always talk about higher level. I mean, or anybody in any gym. I always say, look, your opponent is never going to be better than your training partners. Do you know what I mean? And you train, and a lot of times harder than the actual fight itself.
The training's always harder, mate. It's just showing up your like physical and mental best on the day of the fight is what's important to us, because as you say, like the training's always hard in the fight. My training partners are better than all my opponents at this stage. So it's just me showing up at peak condition and bringing out my highest self to win. Like, I'm not too focused on my opponent. I've not watched much. I've watched bits of him obviously to see what he's like, but I'm more like sitting here coming up with game plans and that. At this stage, I'm focusing on myself, and I know how I'm going to approach a lot of fights. I'm just going to implement my game, which is well rounded. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not like coming to just grapple or just strike. Like, I'm coming to do everything and beat him everywhere, regardless of who it is. So yeah, opponent's fucking irrelevant to me, to be honest.
Yeah. Who's because obviously everybody in the gyms, obviously you love training with everybody, do you know what I mean? But have you got a favourite person that you like to train with, or somebody that you train with on a regular basis?
Probably Dean, man. Me and Dean always go for it, because I've trained with Dean for years. Dean was like, he's always used like a big brother to me in the gym. Like, even when I started, that Scottish hit squad Dean was in, he was always looking out for me, and I mean, we moved together basically, and then he's another man. I love him so much. He's just a mad guy, and then our rooms are just mental half the time. We're just because it's like, because we know each other so well, like we can just go for it, and like there's not going to be any tension. Do you know what I mean? Like, and he's just such a nice guy as well. So Dean, mate, but I like to him everything, man, because it's like Stephen. I love to him with Stephen. Obviously, I love to him with Callum, and then even getting and about it with some of the bigger guys sometimes, like Mark and Dylan. You always take away so much for it, and learn me things that they do. Loads of guys, mate, Connor, Keir, I could go on forever. I love training every day, because as I said, everybody's got their own things they're good at, their own strengths and weaknesses. So it's like, it prepares me so well for fighting, because there's no really like a lot of looks that I'm going to get in a fight that I've not had in the gym at this stage anyway.
Yeah. Obviously, Miles Painter again just coming in saying he's going to have a lot more amateur profiles done in the future. Do you know what I mean? So we always love his profiles. Do you know what I mean? So obviously got a few higher level fighters on next weekend as well. So Miles will obviously have a look at that. And see. Obviously, what about you? Because you're obviously training with your brother as well. I mean, do you get more nervous for your brother fighting or yourself?
Definitely my brother, because I can't control what happens. So definitely my brother, but even like his debut will be next week, and I'm glad it's on a different show, because he was meant to make his debut on the same show as my last fight, and then his opponent pulled out a few days to go, and they couldn't get another guy in time. But I was like, that was the kind of thing I was nervous about. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch Callum, because he'd have been on before me, and that would have been like a right adrenaline dump just watching him and then seeing the result. So I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to watch it, which is rubbish, because I train with him every day, and I see him improving every day, and I want to like see the results of that, the fruits of his labour, which now is going to happen, which I'm very happy about. That I'll be able to be in the corner and watch his debut, because he's like, the level he's at, for like the fact he's getting no fights is frightening, man. Like, people are going to be in for a shock when they see how good he is next Saturday.
Who kicks whose ass in the gym?
Come on, mate, I'm the big brother. No, I've been saying
you know what he'll
Cam,
say.
but
You know exactly what he'll say. He'll be like, "Oh, I kick his ass all the time." Do you know what I mean?
he's gave me much tougher than him, man. As I said, I don't think I've ever seen anybody improve as fast as Cam. And he was always more athletic sport than me growing up. So like, he's so talented, mate. He's one of the most talented guys I've ever seen. So I give me a hard round now, man, for sure.
We'll look forward. I'll catch up with him. I will catch up with him. We'll get him on. Do you know what I mean? So,
good, mate. Very good.
We'll hear it. We'll ask him that same question. Do you know what I mean? We'll see what he says. What's next for you then? So obviously, again, this is your main focus. So you're not going to be looking past this fight. So but obviously in the future, obviously you got BMF coming up in December. So obviously, hopefully, fingers crossed, a possibility. Do you know what I mean? So what would you like to see yourself doing going forward?
I'm matched against Jackfoot for the Bordeaux mate belt in November. That's what's next. But as you said, mate, that's an afterthought for me. You know, I'm not thinking about that one bit. I've got business to take care of on Saturday, and 100% of my focus is towards my opponent, because he'll be my toughest opponent to date. So I'm not even thinking about Jack now. But that is what's happening after. So once I take care of business on Saturday, like, 100% of my focus will be shifted towards Jack, and like, Jack's a good opponent. I've trained with Jack before. I know his style, and it'll be a good fight. And obviously, it'll be my first 5-rounder, first amateur belt. So I'm looking forward to it, man. But that's an afterthought. That's in the back of my head, you know.
Definitely. Well, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome seeing you out there. I'll be watching, so I'll be able to see exactly what's happening on Saturday. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I absolutely love you out there. I love seeing you out there. Do you know what I mean? Anytime I'm there watching, do you know what I mean? You always come and put on a show. Do you know what I mean? You know exactly what you're coming to do. Do you know what I mean? You're coming to fucking smoke someone. And obviously this Saturday is going to be no different. Do you know what I mean? No different. So
I'm one of the people that kind of is good in the gym and it doesn't show up my night. I feel like in all my fights so far, bar my third one on myself, which was like injuries and skin infections and that going into that. But I'd say every other performance is like I've actually exceeded the level that I'm at in the gym because I've just like found just this mental state, this flow state in these fights. It's just brought out the best in me. Like especially my first fight, I was having a laugh with Dylan trick about this all day because Dylan was in my corner with my first fight at high level and like that, like, I was not at that level of that fight, and Dylan was just screaming at me, like just giving me advice, and I was just listening to him because I was so fucking nervous. I was just shitting myself. I was just doing what he told me.
yeah.
So I'm definitely I'm a game day player. I don't like I'm one of the guys that's like good in the training room, and then you can't even make it work on the night like that. That's no me, and that'll never be me. Like I will always show up on the night, and that's no by accident. Like I put a lot of time and effort into making that reality, like into working on my mindset. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Listen, I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing to see what you do next. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, this Saturday, get that out of the way. Jackfoot, obviously, in the future, and then on and on. So we'll see. Buzzing to see it. Do you know what I mean? I'm actually, I'm very excited to see, and I always talk about this, but this generation of fighters coming through. Do you know what I mean? Like the guys who are amateurs at the moment, and even the early pros, like your Sean Clancy's, obviously your Lorenzo's and Kunle and all that. Do you know what I mean? All these guys. Do you know what I mean? This is this generation of fighters, and you guys are the ones that are going to take
the ones after.
Yeah, you guys are the ones that are going to take it even further than the previous generation. So.
Dylan was talking about that all day because they'll just tell stories about like kind of like weight cut stories for when they were younger and like how much an arse they made because they had nobody telling them what to do, and like Dylan was saying like you don't need to ever make all these mistakes that we made because we're looking out for you, and it's so true, and that doesn't only just go for like making weight, that just goes for like it's the amount of stuff I've learned for like obviously James being number one because he's been with it for 25 years and he just knows the game better than like most people in the world. But even guys like Dylan and Mark, Sean, like all the pros and the amount of stuff I've learned from them, man. Like, even just watching them and not even like them telling what to do, but just watching them hit pads or spar. Like it's just such a big advantage. So you can see like with Sean on Saturday, the level Sean's at. Like I honestly don't think there's a welterweight in that could beat Sean, man. Like I think he could be like top 5 UFC now. Like I genuinely believe that. The only thing the guys would have over him would be experience, which is a big thing. But like Sean, it's going to be a world champion, man. Like there's no doubt in my mind he'll be a world champion. And like guys like Mark and all, I truly believe Mark will be that level. Dylan is at that level, man. Enzo, Kunle, like aye. So the fact that me, Stephen, Calm, all these other boys, Connor, are coming up after them, it puts us in good stead, man. It gives me a lot of confidence.
Definitely. One of your coaches coming in there just saying you're one half of the bubble jacket mafia.
The bold deed, man. Always hitting it with the paddle.
Obviously, Kieran Reid, do you know what I mean? So just obviously Kieran's awesome as well, man. Kieran's got a lot of experience, do you know what I mean?
Kieran's calling me on Saturday, mate. Kieran's coming to me on Saturday, man. Kieran's been my corner before. Kieran's another guy, man. He's mentioned him, yeah. Just so knowledgeable.
Yeah.
I just have a martial arts nerd like myself, so he's just somebody that I've learned so much from, man.
Pain in the ass to roll with, man. I remember rolling with him and he just played with me like I was a fucking puppy dog, man. Do you know what I mean?
You get half right then, bro, because he doesn't play with you like a puppy dog, mate. He fucking destroys me, man.
But awesome guy to have in your corner, definitely. Awesome. So, anybody you want to shout out to then, Arran? So obviously, again, you've got amazing people around you, but anybody in particular, friends, family members, teammates, sponsors, anything that you may have?
So many people I'm grateful for them, mate. Like, I put a post up the other day saying I'm living my dream life. I really am. There's so many people that help me do it. Obviously, my family, but just mainly like to shout out my sponsors. Paul Morgan, Wesley Crimmon, my mate Josh the Barber, and Ed and Lorraine up the road that own the coffee shop in your head, which I can't remember the name of now, but I will definitely advertise it on social media.
Aye, it'll be posted on obviously the usual social media posts and stuff like that. So
all my shots, man. That's the main thing. But all my sponsors, you know, my training partners, coaches, family, every day, mate, everyone in my life, man. I'm so grateful for them.
Yeah, so there we go, guys. Arran Oliphant, higher level, going to be heading to UK fighting championships this Saturday. Going to be taking on an opponent that's very, very similar records and so on, but obviously going to be going there for one reason and one reason only, and that's to come back up north with that W. Do you know what I mean? So,
yep. Sure.
Yeah, absolutely buzzing for it. Looking forward to it. I can't wait to see you out there again. But listen, all the best. Enjoy. I was going to say enjoy the weight cut. Nobody fucking enjoys a weight cut. Do you know what I mean? But
I enjoy the weight cut because it's like in your head, it's like, you know, the food you're going to eat Friday. So it almost makes you enjoy food more, mate.
Yeah.
But then it gives you like an eating disorder because like after you just see, because you're not being able to eat, you just want to eat just because you can.
Aye.
But I'll try and enjoy the weight cut as much as I can, mate. Cheers.
Well, it's definitely enjoy Saturday. I'll be watching, so
Nice one, mate.
definitely enjoy it. And yeah, we'll speak to you soon, brother. All right.
Nice one, bro. Thanks for having me on, man.
Take care, mate.